Eurotrash.
There's nothing wrong with Eurotrash, man. That's some great music. Are we not talking about music?
We could be talking. I don't know if that's what his name is in reference to. But he actually came second in. No, he didn't come second. He won. He won the last Battle of the Americas.
He beat Cham?
No.
Oh.
He won. Cham played. Okay, this was insane. Cham played. He got knocked out by Paco Mike last week.
Why does that name sound familiar?
God damn it, Milk. Paco Mike, if you're unfamiliar, he's the Mexican Protoss player. He's like the best.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's the best Latin American Protoss because he's the only notable Latin American Protoss.
Well, here in the bottom left hand of the map at the 8 o'clock position on Golden Wall LE. I'm too dumb to come up with something that stands for LE. We have the teal Zerg player playing for some team. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Archangel.
Arcasian.
Archangel.
Oh, right. Archangel. It's WarreN. Is that what that is? ARGNA?
Yeah, that's Archangel.
Archangel NA.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
God damn it. In the bottom right hand corner of Golden Wall LE. I don't know how this map made it through the vetoes, but we have the American Zerg player representing Icebound Esports. It is Jardozer.
I'm surprised that they didn't take the gold base. I'd probably do that in the ZVZ.
I mean, you know, not just the ZVZ. We did see a couple of weeks ago now, Ragnarok actually, he took the gold as his natural against Zest, and it worked. He went for like a strong like Roach Ling push, and Zest was not prepared. So, you know, we could see the golds come into play at some point. Have you laddered this season?
No.
Okay, so you haven't
ever ladder?
Sometimes when you know.
But like in Heart of the Storm, there was like a build where you take where if there was a gold base, you take fast gold as Zerg and you just pump Zerglings because they can't keep up with, you know, your mineral collection rate.
Yeah.
You just pump Zerglings into your opponent's base and then they just get smothered and die unless they get like a really good Bane hit. Well, that's an evil chamber.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be? Is that melee Zerglings or are we talking Zerglings?
I imagine we're going to see melee. Right there we go.
Melee.
Ling Flood.
You know why it's melee?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's cheaper. We didn't take a second guess.
It is cheaper, and again, typically this is what you see when you have a Ling Flood opener. We'll see if WarreN is able to suss this out. We do have a couple of Lings out on the map trying to see what they can see. There's no Overlords in position though, so this could go unscouted.
I don't think sending Overlords into a Zerg's main is necessary. Just got to have your Overlords in the right spots to see the right pathways.
Yeah.
For perhaps Zerglings to be running in by. 2 Zerglings are going in or trying to go in, but get denied by a Queen and a couple Zerglings. WarreN only saw the 2 Zerglings and the Queen, so you know WarreN might be thinking they might be a bit safe. But Jardozer is starting to. Not really pull Lings, but you know, making sure they're not supply capped, getting a few amount of queens, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But Baneling Nest is going down, and a lot of drones. Oh, they're just droning. Okay.
It's kind of surprising. I mean, I guess, you know, +1 melee does take quite a while. And Jardozer, he does have vision of the gold base from WarreN. He does have an Overlord there, so he is aware that base is being taken. But as you said, like getting more queens, I'm a little bit surprised he isn't pulling more Zerglings.
Well, he's starting to make Zerglings right now. It was just interesting that he pumped out a few more drones.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just like you said, melee attack is a little slower. So
he's pushing away the queen.
Pushing away
the Overlord, yeah.
Overlord with the queen, which is a nice touch. Banelings being more +1 melee is done. Speed is about to be completed in a few seconds. Probably gonna rush into that gold base and run it over. With
Oh, is he
all
gonna
these
sneak?
leaves.
Is he gonna
Oh,
sneak? Oh no, he gets spotted. He gets spotted.
If he went a little down, then
Yeah.
probably would have sneaked on by.
my
But
God!
the Baneling! That was a good hit.
Oh my god!
Baneling did connect on a few
Jardozer, please!
Zerglings, which was pretty good. Ooh.
Okay, that wasn't too
I don't
bad.
know, +1 melee. Let's see what kind of work it does. Those Banelings blew up on 5 drones, which in my opinion is pretty good, but there is a wall now.
Nice.
Hopefully
Yeah, nice
that
wall.
can be. Oh, no, just kidding. Not even a cancel. Baneling's coming into the middle line. Queens are trying to kill him, but nope. Queen's too busy blocking the hole. I'm actually surprised that those drones did not die
no.
to those Banelings in one hit.
Yeah, and a little bit of mismicro there. Jardozer, he was targeting the rocks on the ground instead of the queen there for a moment. And more lings are coming out. Is WarreN gonna hold?
I think WarreN's gonna hold.
Yeah, he's done it. And his third isn't even dead.
Yeah. I was so confused because I saw WarreN Zerglings come from like somewhere else,
Yeah.
not like his actual main or natural. I was like, where the hell are those Banelings come from? I was like, oh right, he's got a gold. Didn't kill the gold base.
Yeah. And, you know, it was looking pretty good for Jardozer. He got a lot of nice Baneling connections. And to be fair, he is ahead in workers. But when you have the gold base, does it even matter?
You say he's ahead of workers, but I don't think so anymore.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not anymore. Never mind.
A split second he was ahead of workers, but nah. WarreN's got that gold money, man. Dirty gold money.
Oof, another good Baneling hit. This queen is caught out of position. There are some defensive Banelings here, though. And pretty good.
Those 2 Banelings were wasted on those Zerglings, in my opinion. That queen still died, so
Yeah.
it wasn't worth the save. But more lings are being flooded from Jardozer. Only 6 roaches, which can probably handle this, in my opinion.
Oh, +1 though. +1 melee. Like that's ideal when you're going ling versus roaches. So you can trade a little bit better, but only uses 1.
Drones too good, man. Just like Tempo said, you know, drones so hard.
Yeah, and actually something that's interesting, even though whoa, nice Baneling connections there, is able to take down the Ravager, and behind this Jardozer, he's double expanding.
Ooh, taking the gold. I guess that's where more of the lings are coming from because of that gold base. All these drones are gonna get killed, and they had gold minerals in their hands, so that's wasted money right there.
And
His
this
double
time,
expansion is a good call, in my opinion.
yeah, it's definitely like he needed to get back into this, and it helps so much, especially with Larva, because he didn't have an ideal amount of queens either. But yeah, he managed to get the gold from WarreN. Like now he's stuck to 2 bases.
Yeah. WarreN is, yes, just like he said, stuck on 2 bases. Looks like another Evo or Aspire actually going down for Jardozer. Transitioning to Muto, which is interesting because in CvZ, if you're going Muto, the Roach player generally is the one who's like pressuring you and attacking. But it seems like Jardozer, being the aggressive one, sending lings left and right into WarreN's base, going for Muto transition, which is a good call in my opinion. There's no anti-air whatsoever. I don't think Jardozer has maybe at least 1 queen. Doesn't even have any queens, and no spores whatsoever, so maybe a Muta switch will come in and just finish the game.
Yeah, it is a really good call from Jardozer, as he has been applying a lot of pressure, and he has the freedom to take up to Spire, especially since he killed the 3rd base and he was dealing all of this damage, keeping WarreN on his side of the map. He hasn't really been able to utilize his roaches and apply any kind of pressure at all. And now with that, you know, Jardozer, he's droned up on 3 bases, he's got a 4th as well. Mutalisks are on the way, surprisingly. WarreN actually going for a Spire of his own.
2-base Spires, good. It's a good build. I learned that firsthand. Lings are just trying to pick at this wall, just keeping pressure on so that WarreN has to be worrisome of these lings and not really like thinking about a potential Muta switch. I'm pretty sure there's the thought, but you know, not 100%. You know, making sure that there is a Muta switch coming, but the Mutas are out. They're going across the map. Zerglings are also making sure there's no bases, no golds still. This new third is going to be pressured. WarreN sadly has no way to deal with it.
Yeah, he only
waddle some queens over.
Yeah, he only has a couple of queens. He has spores in each of his bases, but there's no creep here, so he can't really support his third with spores. And 3 queens, there's not enough energy for transfuse. So I think he could maybe have taken that fight, but he would have lost a couple of Mutalisks.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
This is essentially free scouting and overlord sniping for Jardozer. Like, queens are pretty good for anti-air, but the Roach WarreN is going down. Are the Lings? Where are the Lings?
Transfuse?
Prepare the Lings.
Ah.
Nope. Transfuses are too good. Queen's best unit, NA.
That they are. And finally, we have Mutalisk for WarreN coming out as well to help with the defense. But +1 range is about to finish up 4 flyer attacks for Jardozer.
I thought you said +1 range flyer.
+1 flyer attacks. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, the Queen anti-air with those Mutalisks will drive these Mutas from Jardozer away. They're both committing to Muta, so Jardozer will have the upgrade advantage, and hopefully we'll get Carapace as well.
Yeah.
WarreN hasn't got to any kind of flyer upgrade. My experience says if you're late to the Muta fight, get Carapace.
Yeah.
Because take less damage, which is great. Oh, and GG. All right.
Yeah, he taps out, and I don't blame him. It was a little bit sudden, but you know, he was on 2 bases when that attack happened at his new third. His third got sniped as well, so he had to rebuild it. He was down in the Mutalisk count. Meanwhile, Jardozer, he was on 4 bases that entire time. Like, oof, it's a rough position to come back from.
Yeah, that contain putting WarreN on 2 bases was really good. And WarreN had, I think if WarreN realized that couldn't save his gold and couldn't retake his gold, just grabbing that bottom third quicker would have been the better choice.
Yeah. It's just hard to do that just because there is that mineral wall, so you do have to kind of preemptively mine that out to get that third base. It's a bit time consuming because of that, but yeah. But it was looking, it almost looked like WarreN held, especially like with that early aggression. He was able to stop the Ling Bane, and he had roaches out as well. But in the end, like maybe he was droning up a little bit too much. He didn't think, he didn't take the Ling Bane too seriously, and he ended up breaking at his third, and he lost his gold in the end. Maybe underestimating his opponent a little bit.
Well, with that being said, it is a new map. We are on Eternal Empire. Here in the top right corner of the map, we have our player playing for Team Archangel Gaming NA. It is WarreN.
I just realized his the logo.
Yeah, I was like, is that what I think that is?
God damn it.
Hello, this is WarreN.
And in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the American Zerg player representing Icebound Esports. It is Jardozer.
I was gonna ask you if Jardozer is gonna cheese or not, but the game's gone too far already for any kind of cheese to happen. So.
Yeah, he's already gone for a hatch first. Both players actually going for hatch first, so a more like standard game coming out.
Yeah, looks like same build essentially, pretty much from both players, exactly mirroring each other. I think WarreN is like a millisecond behind, but that shouldn't cause any problem.
Yeah, it's like. It's pretty even so far, pretty standard, which, you know, I guess, especially from Jardozer, like, you know, why not, right? Like, you're already ahead 1-0 in this series, like, kind of play it safe, you know, you don't have to go all Maru and, like, cheese, like, constantly, but, Yeah.
I mean, it works sometimes. I mean, he was cheesing last game all the time.
True. Yeah. It
was that, really, that one sneaky one that was, spicy like a meatball, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. But yeah, WarreN, I'm a little bit surprised that WarreN didn't decide to do something a little bit more aggressive. I guess, his tournament life is on the line. There is no double there is no lower bracket, no double elimination bracket. But yeah, instead deciding to go more standard.
Well, WarreN is actually going for more build. Didn't build Zerglings quite yet and just opted for more drones. I think WarreN is deciding to use Queens as the first line of defense first, while Jardozer's deciding to use Zerglings to look out on the map, scout around, check for third, which right now is going to see, but that Queen and probably a few Zerglings are going to be waddling along from the natural will come. Oh my god, the Queen is surrounded. It's taking damage, but Zerglings are coming in. Will that Queen survive? I don't know.
I was about to say it's full lings. Milk like full caster on us. Oh my god, they're full lings. They're getting surrounded on. Oh no, DPS just isn't there.
Not quite. I mean, listen, yeah. if those links from WarreN didn't come along, that Queen might have died. They
might have. Would it have?
Might have.
I don't think so. Maybe. You know what? Why not? Yeah, it was exciting. We do have 2 banelings on the way from Jardozer. It looks like he is trying to apply pressure to this third, ideally try and delay it, cancel it in some way. Does get a nice round on these units, and he's going to actually get the Queen this time.
Dude, that Queen couldn't move.
Yeah.
So thick.
Stuck.
Banelings coming in.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that was close for WarreN, but banelings are trying to zone these Zerglings out. WarreN's banelings do die. Pretty good bang connection. Everyone counts, but Defender's advantage is so good.
Yeah.
More coming out for WarreN, chasing these Zerglings from Jardozer away. Jardozer building more lings, more banelings. Oh man, it's like a real ZVZ, guys.
Yeah, he's really committing to this pressure. Meanwhile, though, WarreN, he does already have 2 defensive banelings. He has 4 more on the way as well. So it all comes down to the baneling hits and how good they are for either player. And behind this, we do actually have WarreN being the first to go for a Roach WarreN.
Banelings connecting on banelings. Ooh, too early for Jardozer. Totally fat fingered that. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
WarreN tried to pull up those banelings on those eggs, but fun fact, it requires 3 banelings to blow up an egg.
Yeah, armored eggs, man. OP.
Armored eggs aren't too good.
Yeah, oh my god! Jesus Christ.
I think we just let the baneling explosions just speak for themselves. I don't think any kind of casting will express the amount of epicness that banelings have with each other.
I mean, now, the tables have turned. We have WarreN here on the offensive trying to deal damage here at the third. But again, banelings are being morphed and Jardozer is looking pretty solid here defensively. He is down in workers, though, as he was investing more in that aggression.
Yeah, and that bit of drone pumping in the early game did help WarreN a little bit. I mean, not too much ahead, but still ahead for a good while Jardozer was trying to be aggressive. Now Jardozer is playing catch-up essentially. Well, taking the drone count lead now. Ooh, please. I'm just gonna let you keep making those sounds.
2 for 2, banelings just trade. Ooh, that was nice. Oh god, has to be so careful though. But WarreN coming out on top. Yeah,
pretty good micro, making sure that those banelings only killing the least amount of Zerglings as possible. Roaches are the next step for WarreN, but Jardozer going for the Spire for Mutas, and this is where the roaches always come out faster.
Yeah, and it's nice that Jardozer is counterattacking and a little bit of indecisiveness. WarreN almost pulling back with his army, but now he's committing, and I feel like this is the right move. Mutalisks, they're so far away right now. Like the Spire isn't even done.
Fire's not even done. These roaches already killing the third for Jardozer. Jardozer probably going to kill WarreN's third as well, but
Yeah.
WarreN does have the immediate army threat. However, Jardozer is being safe behind a wall full of Evo Chambers and Spines. Spines are a good unit, just saying.
Spines are pretty good, but it will take a little bit of time for WarreN to chip away at this defense. Oh my god, the Baileys are rushing in though, and all the Spines are going down.
Yeah. I think there's still some Zerglings in WarreN's base, but I think they just cleared out most of the drones. WarreN is just screwing Jardozer's natural. I think is this just base race?
Pretty much.
Are we base racing this?
No, there are roaches here defensively for WarreN. He should be able to clean this up. And the roaches for WarreN get into the main over Jardozer. There are 7 mutalisks on the way, but a little bit too late as there's just so much damage has been done, and 6 workers left for Jardozer.
It's only 13 workers for WarreN. I want them to both lose all their drones and have a 0 drone fight.
Oh my god.
No more workers for Jardozer. There are still roaches on the map and more on their way. And roaches are pretty beefy against mutalisks.
Oh, is he just gonna kill every building? Is that what's gonna happen right now?
I think that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
He can only make 1 drone and that's it.
That's it. It is in production. It's on the way.
You know what's even worse? He can just leave and the buildings will die out.
Yeah, because of the creep. The creep will just... Oh, no,
the only thing though,
yeah,
the gases will survive, but he can come back and deal with those later.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right now, Jardozer has to... If he cleans this up, then he has to go and fight and kill WarreN's base. But WarreN's already making spores, probably got some queens at home as well.
Oh, he made the gas.
WarreN still has somewhat of an economy. Jardozer doesn't have anything. So, yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle. All WarreN needs to do is just send like 6 drones and kill that extractor.
Exactly, like Jardozer, he has a good amount of mutalisks, but there are just spores already set up. Like, these mutalisks shouldn't be able to do anything. There it is.
Good try. Is that 1-1?
Yeah, it's 1-1.
Oh man, we're getting to real games. Real games.
And yeah, like, it's hard to say, like, going for early Spire like that is so hit and miss. Like, game 1 it worked because, again, like, pressure was applied, and I don't think he threw down the Spire until he killed the 3rd base of WarreN. Like that gold, if you recall, on Golden Wall. Meanwhile, he decided to go for Spire Tech as he was like applying pressure to the 3rd, but he wasn't really coming out on top. It was pretty even until the end when it comes to the Ling Bane wars. So yeah, it's just so risky doing that. Like, you can die so easily when you take up to mutalisks like that, and roaches just come knocking at your door.
Yeah, Jardozer really wanted to put on the counter pressure, hence why the Lings went to the 3rd base. But I feel like WarreN decided, I can win. So he just went for it and decided to let the reinforcements help defend. Like, if he lost the 3rd, that'd be fine, as long as he kept his natural and main. Those are the more important ones.
Yeah.
That one drone though, was funny. Like, if I have 1 drone, I can live.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Extractor.
All right, here we go. Getting into game number 3. Tied up, 1-1. Are we going to see Spire again?
I had a stupid pun and I don't want to say it anymore. In the bottom left corner of the map, playing for Archangel Gaming LE, going for a early gas. It is RTL Zergler WarreN. It's a 13 pull, right? 13-12?
Yeah, I imagine it will be, and I like this, especially coming out from WarreN. We haven't seen too much early aggression come out from him, but here in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE, going for a 14 pool, we have, representing Icebound Esports, Jardozer.
Does 14 pool beat 13-12? I don't remember.
I was about to ask, like, do you think...
I knew that one of them beat the other one. Hence why, like there was like a Zerg builder, like, you know, you did to like, if you suspected like, you know, certain builds, and like you'd counter with another build. But I forgot what builds countered what. I
mean, I have to imagine, speculating here. Oh, okay, never mind. He's getting Ling speed first. Like, I think Jardozer will have more Lings overall, right? Meanwhile, WarreN will have Ling speed, but that's like a minute away. Yeah, it's hard to say. We'll see how it plays out.
I mean, both of them will have 6 Lings. WarreN is expanding, and Jardozer did expand already. I think Jardozer ran his Lings under the Overlord, hence why WarreN is being more defensive now, putting down a spine, making more Zerglings, defender's advantage, making a Ling wall.
It's kind of surprising, to be honest, because I feel like WarreN, he could have taken his natural and like tried to hold with Lings of his own, as well as like pulling a couple of drones as well. Like, he's like not doing too bad. Yeah, there it is. He cancels the spine. I feel like it was a little bit unnecessary.
Better safe than sorry. Jardozer's Lings are being cleaned up. Defender's advantage, best strategy of all. And WarreN is making Baneling's Nest now. Speed's about to finish very soon, so he should be able to catch up to those Zerglings and finish them off.
Yeah.
I think Jardozer's natural will possibly be denied. Queens are a good unit.
There's only one queen though. If there were 2, then maybe they could help block each other. But this just one on its own, it could get taken out, especially with all these Lings. Yeah. Queen's gonna go down. The spine's gonna go down. It's not done yet. Yo, this could be it.
Oh, canceled on the spine. Very nice cancel. Will he plant it again? We'll see.
Yeah, he's trying.
Drone's coming down. Defender's advantage. Defender's advantage. I'm telling you, all this game is about is defender's advantage.
Yeah, just never leave your base, man.
Never leave the base. Brewlord Infestor versus Brewlord Infestor. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah, and
I'm ready.
I'm not ready. I don't want to see that. But so far, yeah, we're just kind of evening out here. Both players survive each other's aggression. We've got a defensive spine here for Jardozer. Meanwhile, we have defensive Banes here for WarreN. We do have Jardozer going for those faster gases. He does have 2 gas already. Oh, Evo Chamber.
I think he decided to get the 2 gas because he needs to catch up on the gas, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Grab all the gas you can get, because WarreN's been mining gas, not crazily but steadily since the start of the match. Possibly going for a 3rd WarreN is, but I think not. Just chasing away Overlords most likely. But a lot of drones coming out for WarreN. It's a little scary because WarreN doesn't know about this evil chamber with +1 melee.
Yeah, this could hurt him in the end. I mean, he does have defensive Banes, and they do help against Lings. So, you know, he can definitely hold this, like, imminent Ling flood that I imagine we're going to see coming out from Jardozer. It kind of just comes down to their control as players, and a Roach WarreN is coming down from WarreN, already trying to tech up, and this time he has a wall.
Yep. Roach WarreN, I think WarreN's always been going for roaches, which is you know, everyone has their cup of tea, right? Jardozer seems like it's been going more the Spire route after league pressure and roaches for WarreN. So just hope that WarreN can plug up that hole when the time is right, like Jardozer in the first game Jardozer played today.
Exactly, yeah. So there's a defensive spine as well. I feel like WarreN is kind of sniffing it out a little bit, you know, sussing out what is coming out from Jardozer. He didn't scout the Evo chamber or anything like that, but he could suspect, and here we have a lot of Lings coming across the map.
Yeah, still no layer from Jardozer, so Jardozer is on basic hatchery tech. It's just all Lings and Banes, which is good in huge numbers, but
oh, they left the door!
Hello?
WarreN!
Oh,
please! Oh, one of the banks don't hit anything as well! Everything just went wrong, and that could be it!
That was just the most unfortunate timing ever seen.
Oh my god!
My career of StarCraft 2. Banelings are coming in. Oh, they do get blocked, which is gonna buy some time, but not too much. Mutalisk, still no Mutalisk. Mutalisk aren't gonna be coming out until a good while.
Yeah, WarreN of all people went for Aspire, and it's gonna hurt him so much. There were no defensive roaches either. The wall was open. Mate.
It's just, yeah. And all Jardozer has to do is just flood Lings in left and right. What the fuck, Queen is being called GG Jardozer. Way to go. You know what it is?
What?
You know what I think it is? He tried to inject.
I
He was doing,
yeah, I think so.
I think he was doing the hot base inject, and it selected that Queen. So, yeah. That's why I stopped doing that kind of injecting style when they patched that you can inject multiple hatcheries at once.
Oh my god. That's so unfortunate. That's such a shame. Like, that was not meant to happen at all. Like, I mean, maybe in the end Jardozer does break through, does bust through with his Banelings, but the wall should have been a wall.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think it would have been hard for WarreN as well, because WarreN didn't see those mass flood of Lings until Jardozer got to the creep. So it would have bought him some time with the wall, but he would have to pump out units, and I think those Zerglings would have breached before any kind of units would come out.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that that Queen decided that injecting the hatch closest to her was the better option.
Yeah, that was rough. That was kind of an oof right there. Yeah, it's just a little bit unfortunate, but again, like as you were saying, WarreN, he was also kind of being greedy with his tech. He was going for Aspire as well behind that, which is kind of why that he didn't have any roaches. You know, it was just there for the wall as he was kind of sneakily taking up behind it. So that also didn't help with his defense, and the Baneling control as well. We saw one of the Banelings were manually detonated on nothing. Like I think it got maybe a single Ling. Like, it just wasn't ideal.
I don't even think it got a single Ling.
Yeah, it was just in the middle of nowhere. It was just kind of panic. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Mistakes happen, but you know, that's why you know, we're amateurs, right?
We're amateurs. That's why we're casting.
We're amateurs.